So, hello everyone, those of you who are joining me live and those of you who are joining me with a recording. I'm very excited about sharing this new workshop. It's actually not a new workshop. I've taught this several times before, and every time I've taught it, there's been profound results. I mean, one woman married her beloved partner that she met. Another one had a long-standing relationship after the workshop. And I actually manifested somebody as well. And I'm not no longer in that relationship because this is a trial and error thing. And there's really nothing that says that you have to have a relationship for the rest of your life. Relationships are sometimes there for a season, sometimes they're for a reason. And we just have to kind of go with the flow and let go and allow it to happen. So, like I announced in my newsletter that I screwed up with the time on, uh, I am actually going to give away a lot of the stuff tonight. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, but oh, somebody else is joining. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, but I'm not going to tell you necessarily how to do it. You got to come to the workshop for that. So, hello. Oh, this is your friend, Nuran. Yeah. Hi there.
Hi.
You're up in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Good for you. Okay, so let me start recording this thing. I did start recording. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to be talking about the four primary things that I want to teach when I do the workshop. But before I go into those, I want to talk about love. We're in the middle of the love month right now, which is the perfect time to be doing this. The energy is beautiful to support us in finding love. But finding love is an inside job. It's not something you find outside yourself. It's not something somebody's going to give to you. It's got to be inside you. And you know that most of my work is about the law of attraction and learning how to consciously create while we're here on the earth plane. And the law of attraction says that in order to manifest something in your life, you have to actually become that frequency, become that energy. So if you want love, you have to become love. And it's very straightforward because once you do that, you will magnetize love to you. And love is like the highest frequency in the universe. And so once you start opening the door for this, you're going to begin to manifest love to yourself, and it's going to come in many, many forms. It might come as somebody to date. It might come as a dog or a cat. It might come as money because money is the same frequency as love. So once you open the door to begin to allow and receive at this high vibrational level, your whole life changes, which is really kind of glorious. I mean, the workshop is primarily designed to manifest a partner, a physical partner to you. Um, and I want to talk about that for a minute because people will come to me all the time for sessions or clearings or whatever, and they say they want love in their life. They want to have their soulmate. They want to meet their soulmate, or they want to meet their twin flame. And these are really interesting relationship components because a soulmate is a karmic relationship, which means you pulling somebody to you to clear karma. And guess what? That gets messy. It's not easy. It's not fun. It's a lot of hard work. And is that what you really want? It's not what I want. Um, uh, then the twin flame, that's a whole nother concept. And I'm not sure that really either one of these are real or true, but they're both belief systems. The twin flame would be somebody who matches you, the half to your half, the yin to your yang. That's probably a more healthy relationship. And uh, so yeah, I would suggest that maybe when you're languaging what you're looking to manifest in your life, that it can either be a beloved partner, which is what I usually say, or a twin flame, but you don't want to kind of go asking for your soulmate. So, um, and one of the most beautiful ways as you begin to find love inside yourself is you're going to find that your confidence will build. And you're going to begin to learn more about what is your truth. Who are you really? Because most of us have been shaped by the world that we were born into. And we are the product of what our parents said we should be, the school teachers said we should be, bosses and jobs said we should be, the government said we should be, all of that kind of stuff. And buried underneath all of that debris is who we really are. And all we really are is a beam of light. We are a unique expression of Creator God. And it's a unique beam of light because my beam of light is different from yours or yours or yours. And nobody else can be the same beam of light as me. And I think we've been programmed over our lifetime or lifetimes to like fit into a mold and be a chameleon, be whatever somebody wants you to be, especially men. We meet some guy, we think, oh, this is the guy I want to date. And then we start forgetting our light, our essence, who we really are, and we start becoming what we think that they want. That's a big mistake because you're losing your truth. And I can't tell you how many times I've done this. I'm 77 years old. I've been married 4 times. And in all of the relationships, and I've had lots over those years, in all the relationships that I have been in, I never truly experienced love. And I can say that clearly. Because I figured out what love is, and I've learned it inside me, and it didn't happen. Certainly not in the 4 marriages or the multiple relationships that I've had other than that. I haven't gotten it. And so after I taught this class the last time, I actually did manifest somebody into my life. But again, it didn't become love. And for a lot of reasons. You got to be careful what you ask for. That's the only way I can put it. Because your words and your thoughts are always creating something. In my work, we see them as shapes, usually. Sometimes geometric solids, sometimes they look like things or whatever, but there's no such thing as an idle thought or an idle word because you're always creating something with your thoughts and your words. So, what I realized through this last relationship that lasted about 10 months was that I've gotten really good in my 77 years of trying to see the best in people, but not necessarily seeing the truth in people. I've looked at the world and relationships through rose-colored glasses. And I've seen what I wanted to see, but not necessarily what they really were. And once I realized that, then I was able to see, well, if you see it in somebody else, you got one finger pointing out, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. So I was able to realize that if I wasn't seeing him as who he really was, then I wasn't seeing me as who I really was. And so I did a lot of work over the last 10 months to get back to me and get back to clarity on what do I really want in a relationship? What's non-negotiable? And even though I don't like to look at things as far as what I don't want, because we don't want to put that out into the universe, but I was able to see some things that were also non-negotiable that I wouldn't allow in my life. And was able to make a decision that I didn't want to be in that relationship anymore. And guess what? For the first time in 77 years, I was able to end the relationship in a healthy happy manner where I spoke my truth and I actually stated, this is what I have to have, and these are the things that aren't going to cut it. And, you know, and he got it. He saw it and he realized that he couldn't measure up to what I wanted. And so we ended as friends, but cut, gone. Um, so, um, yeah, you better be careful what you ask for because it might be mirrored back to you. So, um, here's the other three of the spoiler alerts. The second thing that we're going to learn in our workshop is to figure out how you want to feel in a relationship, because feelings are the fuel for conscious creation. It's not doing, it's how do you feel about it. It's like pouring gasoline onto a fire. When you get a lot of emotion behind your thoughts, you make it happen. So we got to figure out how we want to feel. And then once we do that, then we have to figure out how do we want to be treated? What do you want the relationship to look like? How do you want your partner to treat you? What are you willing to accept? And what are you willing to push to the side? So that's going to be the third component. And just like in every session that I do, forgiveness is going to be the thing that's going to make it happen. And we're going to go back in time and do a lot of forgiveness work. You know, where do you think we start? We start with our dad, because that's the first relationship that you have on the earth plane. So you start with your dad. And actually, we might start even before that and start with God, because most religions anthropomorphize God as a man, not as a woman. And I don't really know what God is, but I'm thinking that because we think that God is a man, there's probably some forgiveness work that we have to do there as well, even before you were born. And then you get to go through all the relationships you've had. And if you're young, it's going to be faster than it is for me because there's a lot. And do the forgiveness work that needs to be done so that you can let that person go in love. Because as long as there's any shred of unforgiveness, they're still glommed onto you. You're still energetically entangled. So that's going to be a big piece of it. And one of the other giveaways, and this is not part of the workshop, but being confident in yourself, you first have to find out who you are in order to be able to be confident. And confidence isn't something that you can learn, and it's not something that somebody else can give to you. It's your innate self. It's who you really are. And in order to have confidence, you've got to own that. So we're going to work on, I've got some exercises to work on that. Never give away your power to anybody else, man, woman, anything, a job. Don't give your power away, because that's also part of your innate self. And that's why you have to stay in your truth when you're in a relationship. Because it's not sustainable if you don't. It takes a lot of energy to be something that you aren't, or something that somebody else wants you to be. And you can't do it long term. Eventually, it's going to crack and crumble and fall apart, and the real you will come out. One of my husbands said to me at the time that we were the relationship was starting to fall apart, he said, "You've changed." Well, I did change, because I started figuring out who I really was, and it wasn't who I presented to him early on. So yes, I did change. And guess what? He hadn't changed a bit. He was exactly the same guy that I met and that I married. And we were polar opposites. Even my children go, "How did you guys ever get married? Y'all are too different. How could you even come together?" And it's because I wasn't presenting who I really was. And I've got nobody to blame but me. But, again, everything happens for a reason. And that marriage was perfect because I got two amazing kids that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So that was the whole purpose of that marriage, and we probably should have split as soon as the second one was born, but it took a while for me to figure it out. So there you go. So this is your spoiler alert or your preview of the coming attraction. The actual workshop itself will be March the 20th at 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's a Saturday at 9 a.m. So for you in Turkey, that's going to be 5. Yeah. And I've got my own website for that. It's not on my website. It's called callinginthebeloved.com. And you can sign up for that there. And I hope to see you on March the 20th. So I hope this has been helpful. And I will send out the recording of this as well. So, and I'm probably going to post it on my YouTube channel too for people who didn't see my newsletter or know about it or got screwed up on the time, because that was my bad. So I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in your relationship, the relationship that's right for you, that is with you, and then pull to you the right relationship that is without you, that's outside you. So see you soon. Ciao.